The second Duo Victory Cup of the season has just concluded, and we actually got to see a lot of our big name duos play in it, including Peterbot, Clix, and so many others. Real quick before this video starts though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys want to support me even more, far and away the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. We're continuing to shout out 2 people every single video that DM me proof of them using my code. Shout out to these 2 people on the screen right here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Without further ado though, as we always do for these tournaments, we're gonna quickly go over the opens, everybody that was able to qualify, then go way more in depth for the finals. So the duo that finished in first place of the opens, I do have a little bit of suspicion on them. It is Sockeye and Benny. They finished with 396 points, didn't win any games, but they also got 100 total elims, which was the most in this entire tournament, and both of these guys have barely even played any events. So definitely on cheater watch for sure, but can't 100% confirm it. Second place is Golden and Decay. Third place is Void and Tyler. Fourth place is Max and Zune. Fifth place is Acorn and Bolts on 364. They won 2 out of their 7 matches, 64 total elims. Acorn and Bolts continue to just qualify for pretty much every single tournament that they play together. Sixth place is Shadow and Virgo. Seventh place is Cole and Madden. Eighth place is Creon and Zavi. Ninth place is Lawrence, and then rounding out the top 10 is Hedra. We did have basically all of our other big names be able to qualify also, like 14th place of Ritual and Poyo on 351. They are continuing to play out every single tournament together this season. Peter did play, and we'll go over how he did in a little bit, but Peter and Poyo are still just seemingly not playing this season together, besides probably squads. We had Cooper and Sphinx in 29th, Peterbot and Rise in 31st place, 333 points, 1 out of 5 game wins. It seems like Peter originally didn't want to play this tournament because he literally didn't even end up queuing until like 25 minutes past when the tournament actually started, but it seemed like Rise was able to convince him. We got to see some funny moments between them as well, including Peter crashing out on Rise.
What the f are you ego challenging that for, DT?
No,
Move!
nothing.
I can't build on the rock. Move! Bro! Why are you? Bro! Rise!
Of course, we'll talk about how they did in the finals in a little bit. 34th place was Josh and Yamzo on 331. One of our duos that was the best at winning games in last week's Evo Cup. They also were able to make this finals continue to look so good. 40th place was Clix and Higgs on 330. They won 2 out of their 7 matches, 51 total elims for them. Another duo that continues to look so good. We got to see our first 2v2 mid-game fight between Clix and Higgs versus Poyo and Ritual actually. So I want to show how that fight went as well.
Come.
3, 2, 1.
150.
Jumping in.
Come on.
Dead.
Nice. Push on me. Box. He's been doubling me down.
Jump in. Together. Great. Got it. Full box. Got it.
Disgusting.
We had Ark and Kanata in 65th place, 319 points for them, 74 total elims. These guys were also majorly fragging out today, literally getting a 36 elim win. And then 73rd place was Queasy and Curly on 318. Remember though, this is a top 400 qual format to the finals. So in 134th place, we had Rapid and Threats on 304. Miro ended up playing this tournament with Mason, and they finished on 296 points. Super cool to see Miro still competing and being able to qualify for finals. We still didn't see big names like Cold or Agers play today. Let's actually move on to how the finals went now. Now in the finals, there is just one duo that is simply better than the rest on NA. They were able to win multiple games in the recent Evo Cup that we have had, and now they also won multiple games in the Duo Victory Cash Cup as well. Josh and Yamzo have been on such a crazy run since they have formed as a duo, and even in this season in general, they just simply know how to win games. They won 2 out of their 3 matches today, getting a 7 elim win, 7 elim third, and an 11 elim win. They really had a chance to be able to be the first duo on either NA or EU to win 3 out of 3 matches. I do also want to point out another side bit in that the cheating issue is still absolutely terrible in these finals, and something has to change soon. We saw so many of our pros' games get ruined by hackers in them, but Josh and Yamzo were able to pull through and win multiple games today. Second place was Pollo and Ritual. They literally won their first game of the day with a 20 elim win, and I'm pretty sure that has to have been the highest elim win of the day for them. Pollo and Ritual were absolutely fragging out in that game. After that, they got a 0 elim 35th and a 6 elim 10th. Still though, I think that is the first game that this duo has been able to win together, and of course it's with high elims as well. Both of them as individual players are looking super good going into chapter 7. Third place is Shadow and Virgo. They won their final game of the day with a 10 elim win. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but Yamzo and Josh were also the only duo on the day to be able to win multiple games. Fourth place was Queasy and Curly. They got super close to being able to win multiple though, and also really could have won 3 games today. They got a 9 elim win, 7 elim third, and an 8 elim second. Before the season started, I said I was super excited to see how Queasy could do on NA in a Victory Cup only meta. Last week, I think they got super close to being able to win a game in duos, but weren't able to do it. But I knew Queasy wouldn't go this entire season without being able to win a game, and he had a real chance to be able to win every single one today. Fifth place was Rosal. Sixth place is Void and Tyler. Seventh place is Taki and Vert. Eighth place is Scroll and Zany. An EU duo also was super close to winning multiple games with a 7 elim second and an 8 elim win. Ninth place was Lawrence and Batman Joe, and then rounding out the top 10 was Shiny. Some other big names that were able to pull off wins was like 20th place of Noah W Plays and Cynics. They won their second game of the day with a 6 elim win, but they were not able to get into a third queue. But then that really was about it for all of our duos that were able to get wins today. So some other big names that weren't able to get wins but still play super well was like 33rd place of Acorn and Bolts. Their match history was an 8 elim 5th and a 9 elim 4th. I am a little bit more surprised that Acorn and Bolts haven't had too much success being able to win like multiple games in these duo Victory Cup finals, because we know that Acorn and Bolts are both very good high ground players, and I feel like that should be translating into some more wins. But if I had to bet on it, I wouldn't be surprised at all if next week in the last duo Victory Cup they were able to win a couple of games. 48th place was Rapid and Threats, also only got one game inside of the top 5 with a 4 elim 5th. Clix and Higgs are also super close to winning multiple games. In 50th place, they got a 5 elim 3rd, 7 elim 2nd, and a 1 elim 25th. Unfortunately for this duo though, they were not able to win any games today. They were able to win one last week, but that has been the only earnings that these guys have gotten together as a duo. We also saw them win as a squad as well, but I'm just talking about duos here. Peterbot and Rise finished in 76th place. Peter had a super crazy solo clutch in game number 2 with a 9 elim 10th, but then unfortunately to end that game, he ended up just getting absolutely fried by a cheater and ended up going down. And they weren't really able to find any other success in any of their other matches, unfortunately. Mason and Miro finished in 83rd. They had multiple top 10s in this tournament, no wins for them though. Cooper and Sphinx finished in 91st. And then Ark and Kanata had a very rough tournament, finishing in 113th place. Didn't even get a single top 25 today, but that was about it for all of our big names. Moving on to the final statistics here now, you can definitely see where the cheaters are at here. So I'm just going to read some of the names I know. We have like Pollo with the highest damage ratio right here with a 3.76. The most damage to players, I mean, I see Batman Joe up here, a couple other names that I kind of realize. I think this is the guy that Peter ended up dying to. This guy up here is definitely cheating. A 9.2 damage ratio, 8k damage, 26 elims. Like, that's kind of obvious. Batman Joe with 18 elims, Benny with 18, Kim, Yosef, I think Yamzo had like 15 elims, Ark, Ezzy, Pollo, and then Tyler. The most assists is also Benny. Here's all the other statistics as well if you guys care about any of these. Let's actually move on to how EU went now. Now in EU, a lot of our big names were able to make it into the finals, and there was a lot lot of super entertaining moments as well. Let's quickly go over everybody that qualified though. Like first place, one of the teams and one of the players that has just been absolutely playing out of his mind this season. We have Akira in his duo of Kurama. We know how good Kurama has actually been on not just EU tournaments, but NA as well. These guys finished with 456 points, 4 out of 7 game wins, 84 total elims. Second place is Bimbo. Third place is iFroze. Fourth place is Turtle. Fifth place is Moser. Sixth place is Swizzy and Pixie on 386. 2 out of 7 game wins, 70 total elims. Definitely one of my favorite EU duos that I've seen form so far for this just individual season right here. And it does still seem like Swizzy and Vanya are going to be coming back together for chapter 7, but Pixie, I'm not really sure who he's going to end up with. 7th place is Clay's. 8th place is Quickspot. 9th place is Zek. And then rounding out the top 10 is Sined and Kinty. For some of our other big names that were able to make the finals, we have like Merstash and Panzer in 20th. I am once again assuming that these guys are going to be a brand new official duo going into the future, and I'm super excited to watch them. 22nd place is Ping and Kiro. They haven't necessarily looked like too crazy this season, but still, I'm expecting them to fully lock back in during chapter 7. 35th place was Focus and Thomas HD. Yapko and MrSavage finished in 53rd place, 345 points, 1 out of 7 game wins, 59 total elims from them. They continue to look super good. MrSavage also was absolutely popping off in this finals, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Chap ended up playing this tournament with Zhu, and they finished in 101st place, 333 points. Chap and Flixie have not split up. It seems like they are just not playing out the rest of this season's tournaments together. I drop in Marius in 113th, Tayson and Ferdoxy in 147th, and then just barely being able to qualify for finals. They finally made it into a finals. 393rd place of Mongrel and Mixon on 309. 1 out of 6 game wins, 35 total elims, and yes, this is still with BloodX coaching them as well. Let's actually move on to how the finals went now. Now in the EU finals, we still have yet to see anybody be able to win 3 out of 3 game wins though. Of course, the team that finished in first place of the finals was none other than the exact same duo that finished in first place of the opens of Akira and Kurama. They won 2 out of their 3 matches, 29 total elims, and their match history was a 14 elim win, 7 elim third, and an 8 elim win. These guys were also so close to being able to win every single one of their games today. Kurama has now won multiple games in duos, a game in squads, and looks like he's going to be able to qualify for solos on both NA and EU. He is really just on a generational run this season. Second place was Cringe and Volko. This duo won both of their games, but then weren't able to queue into the final game of the day. They got an 11 elim win and a 6 elim win, but then that was about it for all of our duos that were able to win multiple games. Third place we had Kai, and they got a 12 elim win. Fourth place was Keen Call. Fifth place was Strapped in Hellfire. Sixth place was Megatron. Seventh place was Kebab. Eighth place is Dan Depuzo. Ninth place was Raxo, and then rounding out the top 10 was Slay. For some of our other big names that won games, we had like 14th place of Moneymaker and Fanayan. They won their last game of the day with a 6 elim win. Scroll and Pixovsky finished in 19th place, won their second game of the day with a 9 elim win. Pink and Uppo. Pink is another player that has just been so good at winning games in the season. I think he has also won games in multiple duos tournaments and squads tournaments now as well, getting a 6 elim win in his first game of the day. But then that was about it for all of the big names that were able to win games today. We did of course have a lot of other super big name duos in this finals though, like 33rd place of Swizzy and Pixie. They got super close multiple times, getting a 5 elim 6th and a 9 elim 2nd. Unfortunately for them though, just not able to pull off the game win. A duo that I am still pretty confident in to be able to get a win next week, since they have yet to be able to win a game yet in duos, is 34th place of MrSavage and Yapko. MrSavage was playing out of his mind in the final game of the day, where they got a 9 elim 4th off of a pretty crazy solo clutch from him. We also saw a very crazy solo clutch from Pixie as well, but the rest of MrSavage and Yapko's games were a 6 elim 7th, 5 elim 13th, 13th, and then like I said, the 9 Elam 4th. I still absolutely love that they are playing together, grinding together. The vibes seem to be super well between them. I swear they've literally qualified for almost every single finals that they have played together. I am very excited for these guys going into the future. In 37th place, another team that was so close to being able to get wins today was Vico in Malabuca. They got a 6 Elam 2nd and a 7 Elam 4th. We saw a crazy solo clutch last week from Vico, and unfortunately he was not able to pull off the same thing this week, but still, I do think that this is one of the most intriguing and best duos going into chapter 7, and hopefully they're able to cap off next week winning a game in the last duo victory cup. 40th place was iDrop in Marius. They got a 10 Elam 2nd and a 6 Elam 6th. I continue to say this, but it really does seem like the split up between Vico, iDrop, Malabuca, all of them to form with their new teams has done all of them super well so far, so really happy to see that. Chap and Ju finished in 41st place. Their best game of the day was a 7 Elam 6th. Focus and Thomas HD finished in 75th. Only had one game inside of the top 10, and that was a 7 Elam 5th for them also. And then we had a bunch of duos that just absolutely speed ran through their games, like 208th place of Merstash and Panzer. They were literally out of games in 21 minutes. Mongrel and Mixon finished in 146th place. They did get pretty close to being able to get a win with a 2 Elam 5th in their second game, but weren't able to get any other top 10s. Still though, not the worst tournament out of them at all. It would be super hype if we were able to conclude this season with a Mongrel and Mixon game win next week. And then for some other people that just sped through the games, we have 375th place of Shark and Teeny. They concluded all of their games in literally 15 total minutes. And then Tayson and Ferdoxy almost finished in dead last place, 398th, didn't get a single Elam in this tournament, and finished all of their games in 14 minutes. Definitely a little bit surprising to see out of them because they had a very good week last week. But that's just how victory cups go. Sometimes it's just not your day, and if you die off spawn, you can finish the tournament in literally less than 15 minutes. Moving on to the final statistics here now, the highest damage ratio was Raxo with a 5.35. The most damage to players and Elams was Azog. He finished with 6,330 damage and 18 total Elams as well. Second was War. Third place was Refresh. Fourth place was Kai. Fifth place was Karama with 14. Sixth place was actually MrSavage with 13. 7th was Asa, 8th was King, 9th place was Pixie, and then 10th was Chap with 11. The most assists was Yapko with 17, so Yapko was still playing his role, helping out MrSavage, but I want to see Yapko more on the Elam leaderboards because I feel like most of the time I see Savage on here, but not Yapko. The most time in Storm was missed, and then here's all the other statistics as well if you guys care about any of these. Remember though, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys want to support me even more, do what it says under me. Please use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. I really do love and appreciate every single person that's still watching and rocking with me even during the off season. Comment down below Simpsons if you made it to this part of the video. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.